currently is in a level of supply at this point in time. We have a lower low, we also have a lower high, but we can't beat the bulls right there at this point in time. So, however, yeah, 4 hours is still very bullish. You have also lower lows on a 1 hour. It's running out of steam actually. Okay, maybe perhaps we can short this. All right. Okay, it's a long shot. Now, do we have a lower highs right there? I mean, it's very strong right this point in time. So it's just basically momentum trading this. Really strong though. Could easily push it up. So since a momentum trade, my stop is just basically high of these two, so 37.80. It's a low risk, high probability trade, but then again, like I said, the bulls are currently in control. So since we're in the supply, you know, the profit target is only 38.35. Sorry, you can see it basically. I don't know. It's my FXM is stalling on this end, so I have to put it up on a different one. Okay. Alrighty, let's check it out as well on this. Stop loss 37. Oh, hang on a sec. There's a 38. See, that's why it's important to double check, triple check your trades. And looking at that, he was in the wrong ordered spam simple. I put a stop at 37.80. So we're saying, nope, that's not right. Yeah, because currently it's 38.63. Doesn't make sense, right? So it's 38. Should be 38.80. Sell to for stop. limit 38.35. Right, so depending on what type of FOMC that's going to be, either it's going to be very volatile or it's going to go not that volatile. Okay, let me give it a shot again, actually. That's so weird. Why is that doing that? Yeah, it's stalling. Okay, that okay. Okay, so for Warren and Lisa, so you guys ready to? Did you prepare yourself and see what you want to put in? So I'll start from you, Lisa. Which pair will you be trading or be practicing to trade?
I want to, hang on.
I'm sorry?
I want to buy the New Zealand dollar USD at the limit order.
Okay. Excellent. And then for you, Warren?
I'm shorting your USD on 15-minute chart. Right now it's M3 in place.
Okay. Beautiful. Nice. Wealth is online. Oh, hi, Bernie. If you can hear us, then if you want to practice as well, feel free. Choose a pair on what you want to short or you want to go long. And then basically for Joe, Jason, Jeff, and Jim, you just either just observe or if you have experience, practice as well and see what you can come up with it. So, alright, at this point in time, I uninstalled FXCM. I'm going to install it again. Let's see if that would work. So just bear with me for 1 second and we'll see some action right there pretty shortly. So normally this time, like it's 10:54, there's really not much activity. They're waiting up for the actual report itself, depending on what they're going to say. And then when it gets close, about 1 minute or so, that's when, and heading towards it, bam, the spread will basically increase. Oops. Okay, so no go on my end. Looks like the only solution for this is to reboot my system, but I don't want to do that for now. So Warren, can you do me a favor? If I pass the presentation to you just to see the trading platform, so the rest of the guys can see when during an FOMC, like it's gonna be some form of a lot of activity. Is that okay, Warren?
Sure, yes.
All right. Okay. Okay, so if you can minimize one screen for me, please, or even just put one, like since you're in the euro dollar at this point in time, if you go to your trading platform, the other one, Warren, where you bought and sell.
This one?
Okay. Yeah, and then you can pop out the euro USD somewhere out. Yeah. So if you can pop out, like drag the euro dollar into where your screen is. There you go. So you'll just basically see through them. Notice about the spread went nuts just for a second. See 3.1. There you go. Sweet. And that is at 11 o'clock, right at this point in time. Make sure to put in, hope you put it into your profit target right there. Okay, let me have a look as well on my end.
Oh, bounces right off.
Okay. Okay, now it's reaching supply once again. All right, so whatever they're saying right this point in time wasn't as big effect. So unless everything is all factored in. And it is back and forth, back and forth. So interesting, based on price action, how sellers are not willing to drive the price, like they're not willing to give in, right? So hence there's a lot of pressure at the end of the top, while buyers are trying to push it up, but sellers are pushing it down. But every time it reaches to that where Warren's support line at 138.58 either, they're going like, nope, I don't want to. No one's willing to sell further, but the buyers are supporting that price. So now you have a higher high and now on a lower low between those 2 points. So it's just a matter of time. But remember, the bigger time frame, the bulls are in control. So that's why I said, it's quite a long shot. We're in a level of supply. Buyers are strong. The probability, though, that it could continue further, because it's already been up since early this morning. So you got in at 38.88, close to 100 basically pips since the last time we traded in live momentum. What about 2 o'clock our time? So 80, 90 pips, pretty much in the span of 12 hours actually, or less than 12 hours, is pretty strong. So right at this point, it has to either correct a little bit, or it will continue. It can go another 50 pips or another 80 pips if it chooses to. But where Warren put in that red box is definitely a strong supply right there. How's it on your end, Lisa, based on the Kiwi against the US dollar?
It didn't fill.
Did it move?
I think it's a little bit, but it didn't manufacture themselves.
Gotcha. All right, let's also have a look on how the market basically reacted overall in S&P. So the Dow Jones basically dropped a little bit, not much. So it was 555 earlier, and currently at 540 something. Nope, it actually bounced back up to the upside, so 573.52. So it's just sitting right there, just below now your 8 and the 10, but this is a 15-minute chart, so there's another 10 minutes before that will occur. Can you do me a favor, please, Warren? Just go to 5 minutes for me for a sec, please, just to see what's happening. So for the new guys like Jim, Jeff, Jason, and Joel, on Wednesdays, normally in the momentum trading, we cater in terms of the live trading. I tend to cater for everybody, meaning some are medium term, like swing traders, some are day traders, some are momentum traders. So as much as I can, I would like to cater for every style of trading for everybody. So that being said, like on a Wednesday, always a momentum trading. It's not going to be for everybody, because sometimes people who are more like risk seekers, they prefer not just, well, if there's market action like this, you get excited. But in most cases, sometimes some people would like longer term. But with this type of scenarios or live trading, it's actually pretty good because you can see proper price action when the market is actually volatile and things like that. So also it's a good thing to test your emotions. How can you control your emotions when things get volatile, especially no good reporting? All right, so but in due course, you guys are gonna definitely learn more, and you're gonna feel more once you get to this stage as well. So if you have any questions, those feel free. So for Warren, Lisa, and myself, it's just a matter of whether we're going to take a profit or not, or we just leave it, because it's only the 7 minutes past of the report, and some professional traders, retail traders, they wait between 5 to 15 minutes until it gets settled a little bit, and then they enter. So my style of trading, on the other hand, is I do not wait. I enter before the news will happen, and the reason being is because the markets, they sometimes leave breadcrumbs. You can see it coming before it will occur, and that's my style, is to be where institutions simply buy or sell. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know, or if you have any questions to Warren or to Lisa, I'll let them know. Or if you have questions as well as to Bernie, well, I'll let them know. So now it's just a matter of waiting. That's pretty much what trading is, just waiting. If you're happy to take it and it's not doing anything, then take your money and run. So right at this point, while you're seeing Warren's screen, so it created, I don't think it created a new high. Can you do me a favor, please, Warren? The last candle, what was the high of that one? 38.77.9. If you go to the last peak, or to your left, about approximately 11.10 to 778. So it created a new high. So we have a new higher high, and at the same time you have also a lower low. So you have a conflict between price. Someone's willing to go beyond the last high, but they also push it to the downside. So it's just a matter of winning the battle between the two. Who's going to push it to the downside? Who's going to push it to the upside? On a shorter term, since it's exhausted it has to correct itself a little bit unless more buyers will come in. Other than that, if it gets exhausted, then the price will take over in terms of the selling pressure to come to the downside to correct itself before it can continue to go to the upside. So when this occurs, when I am against a tide, against the trend, especially when price is so strong to the upside, I don't leave the trade basically overnight. And this is part of the momentum trading, is simply once it settles to a price point of the level demand, you just have to close the position regardless whether it's half a pip or 3 pips or 4 pips. So talking about that, I will close some actually. So we're just currently waiting. So we'll see 5 minutes now finished. So just reacting to it once again. Interesting, because I have two separate platforms. One is FXCM. I have one based in the UK with CMC, and one of them is faster than the other. The one in Europe is faster than the one in the US for some reason in terms of the time. So unless, I think because we're also seeing the, what do you call it, I'm seeing warrant screen, so there might be a delay on my end based on using start meeting. Okay, so price is still basically through there, still dropping. Oh, hello, little buddy. Ah! So there's a big beetle that came in the house. Let me fly you out. Excuse me for 1 second, guys. Okay, alrighty. Thanks, Warren. I will pass it back over here. You should also see my screen. Make that easier. This whole lot right there is just a stalemate, just mainly a correction or to stability. Compared if I go through, if I go 15 minutes, see you have a doji. But looking at this is basically not a good sign. So just 1 second. Might as well just close some positions right now too. So there could be a little bit more possibility that it could drop, but just looking at based on the 15-minute chart, then you go to 30 minutes, same, so just consolidating right there, 4 hours. See, there's such a strong movement. So you have a series of lower highs on this end. You have that lower low on that end. So they have to correct at one point before the price can continue to go to the upside, because they go through the daily chart. Uncertainty for the past how many days, sellers pushed the price down, and then the report came in, then they chose to basically push the price to go to the upside. So but you have a still series based on the highs, lower highs, and you have a lower low from here. To be honest, I am not convinced as yet that this could potentially go up. I would prefer if the price can come back down here around 138 to confirm this is a proper new low. So okay, there you go. It's starting to come back just a little bit, and then when that happens, then continuation. However, from there, the battle actually, the fighting between buyers and sellers. So same thing, yeah, they're just competing at this point. So it would have been nice if the low didn't break that low. So you have another doji from there, so another uncertainty. Buyers and sellers are just fighting once again. They don't know where to go at this point in time. So tomorrow will be a clearer picture. We have Yellen talking tomorrow. So as far as I'm concerned, they can easily push the price all the way back up to 139 if it chooses to, or it chooses to come back all the way down to 138 before it can go to the upside. But the dollar index is pretty weak right at this point, looking at the daily chart. So I'm also very bearish with the dollar, and mainly the dollar index. I believe it can create new lower lows pretty shortly, actually, because the weekly is not looking good either. See? So based on this. So that being said, it is more beneficial to long medium term overnight is to go long with the euro. Okay, so very bullish, but you just can't fight basically the tide. Okay, so basically I'm out. I just simply closed the euro dollar at 6 pips. Yay! Exciting. Okay, so 6 pips, 6 pips. But yeah, the only reason is because the price is not, see, it's just stabilizing the level demand like at this point in time, and it's just going pretty much on a yo-yo. Later on, we have the daily trading routine. I'm going to see a little bit more whether if the price can settle. I'm going to analyze it, see if we could basically buy at a better price to go long. Okay, so what is the point in time? That's basically to demonstrate the FOMC. You reacted, but not quite a lot from what we basically expected. So there's actually already news that came out a couple of days ago saying that the FOMC might not be as a big ticker due to, I think, Yellen, because Yellen has to say something too. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The trade, I want to go through as well what we looked at basically last night. Let me delete. It's on the 1 hour. So we had basically said to go short based on this. It actually worked, but the problem is that it didn't want to go beyond the 38.2%. See if I put our retracement. So the entry to go short was there. You have T1, T2, T3. This is all it basically gave. It didn't want to go below this or below that, despite you have a downtrend. So since I went to bed, T1 got taken on my end, T2, T3 didn't. I put a stop on mine over there at 30.85.75 actually, here, and hence continued to go further. The exit of that M3 was actually here. Actually, it was cheaper compared to my stop loss. It was almost pretty close. And then you had another opportunity basically to go long from there to there. And then I believe for your one as well, Warren, I mean, you were short, so they said, you know, you have opportunity to go long. Did you do that, by the way? Was it a euro dollar or was it euro pound? Can't remember. But there's one that you did that you're meant to be out, and then
yeah, euro it took my stop and then it went right back.
Exactly. So did you go long after that?
I just closed it so I can sleep soundly.
Oh. No problem. But that's actually to demonstrate once again that even with just one pair, you can actually go long, go short at the same time, right? So that was based on a 15-minute chart, I believe, right? Or was it a 1 hour?
15 minutes.
It's based on a 15-minute chart. Yes. Yeah. No, this is way too far. This is already 2 o'clock. 29th. No, if it was a 15-minute chart, if you shorted, then you would have. Okay. 11. Okay, sorry, 2 o'clock. Yes. So here, right? So the entry point was too late. So you were there. The entry point was meant to be here, but you shorted on this end. I remember that. And then it goes out.
Actually, I went long.
You went long?
But you know what? It pushed down to my stop. It took out my stop and then went right back up.
So here?
Yes, I saw a doji, morning star on the left, and we're thinking about, right there.
So I think this is now where, because we haven't gone through proper morning stars yet, right? Yeah, you got to be careful. So I think that you just have to stick to definitely the methodology because see, that's very subjective. It actually is no morning star. There is a set proper definition for it. So we'll definitely go through that. I believe pretty soon because I just wanted you guys to keep more practicing on M3s before we go to M2. So I just want to see more of the consistency before we go to M2. But definitely, if the entry was there, you are absolutely right. It would have been there for long. But there's one that you did. You went short. That we went through. Was it in there? No, probably yesterday afternoon. But yeah. Nevertheless, yeah. So if you went long, then there's basically you're out over here. So within that small time period. So 38.10, 38.02, so it's like an 8 pip minus plus the spread. So you're now case against the spread. 50 minutes is a little bit too tight. 30 minutes, yeah, no problem. 1 hour, yeah. But when you get to the 4 hours, then bingo.
Yeah, I think I went through it with you about the day chart, USD, USD. Yeah, I was thinking of if it closes, remember it will closes.
Oh, yes.
Then I go short. But
no, this is exactly. So no, this is the euro dollar. You're absolutely right. The euro dollar, so definitely no go. So this also to good demonstration once again that part of the long, no exit. See, if you exited over there, that's against basically the rules. It has to be 2 below in order to exit from there, but nothing. And also good to demonstrate as well that it is more beneficial to wait at least, that's why this methodology, if you only have 5 minutes a day, that will be beneficial for that person. If you just want 5 minutes a day of trading, this is it. Because you need just simply the last 5 minutes before the closing to enter the trade. Either you buy, sell, or hold, right? So, yep. So there's no entry to go short. You're still within the criteria of that. So if you basically still hanged on, then you're basically up another, still 40 pips. So there's nothing dictating to close the positions as yet. Okay, so cool. So seeing now the Euro USD 38.70. So didn't like it, right? So based on the 5 minutes, good demand, hence they push it back up. So I'm out. I hope you're out too, Warren.
I still waiting for that two out. Right now I showed it 2 in, so.
Gotcha. So don't wait until actually don't wait until it goes the 2 out. Just take your money and run. Yeah, gotcha. All right, Lisa, let's go through yours. So yours was the Kiwi dollar. Kiwi. Dun-dun-dun.
I didn't make a trade on it. No, do you still want me to?
So if you went long, that's just pretty much what's happening at this point. It's just it got exhausted as well. It's actually pretty strong. 1 hour. Look at that. Still got it going. Daily chart. It's looking really nice actually. So that will be a potential trade for today. Okay. Currently looking at it. But the proper entry point will be for tomorrow. There's a couple of things basically that I saw as well. Let me go through dollar yen. Dollar yen, so I'm out with that. So remember Monday I said it's looking pretty sexy. Actually I went in, right, and I exited here. Order to 60 just didn't, and I wasn't convinced enough as yet. So however I create a new higher high, I think there's another opportunity to hop back in pretty shortly actually. So something is happening. Dollar Swiss, that one dropped now too. So likewise, the criteria is still within there, no exits. It is still on a short. I believe there's more room to go through, about 87.16 in my opinion. Pound dollar, I think there's also a trade through there. Pound dollar is very strong, so there's more continuation. 169, 170 I think is actually the actual target point. Then we have a dollar CAD who was in this trade, but this is so strong, but the price is just way too far, so it has to correct back to 110. Not a 60 had something pips, right? So there's a bit more room. Pound yen is doing nothing, but here it's just slowly cruising. Currently in a dangerous territory as well in the level of supply. I'm gonna look just basically on the weekly, just see what's up. Overall, still very bullish, but to buy actually a level supply, there's an entry to go back in, but yeah, it's too expensive at this point. No go. Aussie USD, they're waiting for something as well. Didn't want to play, but however we have a proper creation of a confirmed low, so I'm reconsidering of buying actually a little bit more. Oh yeah. Alright, so I tested, just bought some more actually. I still have some from yesterday. Tested yesterday, but testing a little bit more today. Okay, okay, looking good. Right, so there's the entry right there. Yeah, there's yesterday. There's quite a few entry points. So yesterday, no, that really looks good. Okay, I'm gonna double check things. Then you looked in the Kiwi, and then that's it. Let's look at the Euro Pound. Yeah, Euro Pound is not performing. So it's still basically bearish right at this point. Right, so that's basically live trading for today. In terms of momentum trading, not bad. In terms of making 6 pips, better than nothing. 6 pips is 6 pips. That's $60 for 5 minutes. Not bad, huh? For 5 minutes of basically just looking and entering. Okie dokes. Any questions for me before we wrap it up?
Yes, I have a question. So you just set it, the mechanical order, and when you touch it to the top, and then you set the exit at the demand level?
Which one was this, Warren?
The one we just did, the one...
when I'm momentum trading, I actually do it manually. So especially just touching through there, I like looking at the 5 minutes because I just want to see where the direction is at. 15 minutes is good, but that's medium because it goes 15 minutes, right? So notice how about this? You have create a higher high, lower low, and then it's going through within this level. And then if I go through the 5-minute chart, this is what occurred. Didn't want to play the game. See, I'm kind of looking into that, like the high, the lows.
So which candle did you enter and exit?
Which candle? I entered to go short actually when just waited here because it was on the 1 minute chart. If I go through the 1 minute, just let me double check that I got it the right one. 38 history. Sell trade 38.66. Yeah, 38.66 was the selling price. So that was prior. Here and actually here. For that, just basically waited. I averaged it. There's 138.63. Yep, 38.63, then 66, and it came back up. And I was looking at your screen. Went to the 38.66. Actually, there was more. You remember, it went to 70, actually 73, 74, and then came back on this end. So it didn't want to play the game. So total accumulation of what I had 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 pips. 6.2 to be exact.
Let's see. So it's probably 1 minute is better to see what the candles are.
Yeah, if you want to see a little bit more, like, to test where we're reaching, then definitely through there. So if I go through, even on 5 minutes, actually, for me, I like the 5 minutes. Because after 5, then after 10, this is 15, right? So you're seeing around this level. Even if you go through 1 minute chart, you have no problem. But if you go on 1 minute, see here, it's just stabilizing. Look at the lows. Doesn't want to go even down here. So, but because the direction is to the upside, the buying and the selling is pretty much they're neutral. They don't know where to go. Sellers are not willing to sell more than that. So, in other words, there's a lot of selling pressure over here. Sellers are resisting this price. Buyers are not willing to buy either because they're saying there's no way, it's too expensive. Because from here on the bottom all the way to the top, imagine the amount of buyers has been putting through there. So it's exhausted at this point in time. And then every time they push the price to the downside, there are a lot of solid buyers as well on this end. Buyers are going, nope, we're going to support it. We're not willing the price to drop. And sellers are not willing to go beyond this price either. That means something. If sellers are not willing to sell below 38.50, then they know that maybe perhaps the price can go further and they can get a better price to sell. Right? So, and then later on, and the reason they're going to say that is because retail traders, people who are who just finished working later on will be seeing this and they're going to say, ooh, that's a really nice bullish bar. If they see that, they will see based on the daily. That's a nice bullish bar. We are going to buy. So if they can buy more, can go to 139, 139.25. And then when we go through here, then they will see that there's a possibility that they can sell at a better price, a more expensive price, more profit for them. Hence, that's why sellers are not willing to sell below 138.60 around this level, right? So, yeah, they're not willing to do that either. Right. So that's basically how demand and supply operate between the buyer and the seller. Yeah, like, if you're buying a property, the property will has more room, then you will hold that property. Hence, that's why if you look around at this point in time, people are building, right? Because no one's willing to sell. They're holding it because maybe perhaps they know that the price can go further. But if, say, 2008 will occur once again, then people will start selling because they know that the price is, if the price is dropping, and then there's no demand, no one's going to be buying. But once the price comes back to the downside again, oh, it's cheap, $1.38 million. They know they can get 1.39, 2 million. Then yeah, they'll hold it. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Alrighty, good question on that one. Any questions, Lisa, Bernie, Jason, Jeff? Any questions, Jim?
No.
No, not so far.
Okay, good. But that's what you're going to be expecting. Okay, so just be patient. Once we get more of the introductory stuff out of the way, the macro fundamentals out of the way, and we start doing price, don't you worry. You guys are going to be practicing quite a lot. Actually, a lot.
Nice.
Okay. Okie dokes. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of the morning. Have a good lunch, and then see you guys in the afternoon and in the evening from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. if you're going to be online for the beginners. And there's also a live trading momentum 4 to 5 in the afternoon. But let me double check actually if there's any news in the afternoon 4 to 5. Nada. So yeah, it's going to be quiet. Maybe perhaps it would just be used as a form of just practice in the afternoon from 4 to 5. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later. You enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.